What is going on, guys? It is Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball, and today we're going to be showing you how to install the DYE DSR mechanical frame.
And why? Because who's the best source from paintball?
It is lonewolfpaintball.com, of course. So, wait, before we jump on into this video, head on over to pbswagbag.com, use our code LWP10 at checkout to save 10% off your first monthly subscription. So now, on to the good stuff. It is that DYE DSR mechanical frame. A lot of people have been really itching to get a hold of one of these bad boys. A couple cool features about it. We're gonna hop on into it and show you how to install it. But down here, you got your parts that you're gonna need to install, which will show, but Mark, it comes with this nice little baggie there. I don't know if you can see it that well. You can use this separate trigger with your electronic internals, and you can be ramping with a single trigger frame. You should check that out. We're gonna have a future video on how to install this portion of the new DYE DSR frame feature as well. So yeah, this separate baggie in here, you don't need to touch it unless you plan on using electronic guts on the inside so you can shoot single trigger electronically. It's pretty crazy, huh?
So I buy a mech frame,
right?
I get the mech option, but then I can also be electronic with the mech frame.
It's insane,
That's
right?
awesome.
You're like, wait, what's going on there? So DYE definitely
that reminds me, what was that old marker that used to be a single trigger electronic?
One of the original matrices.
Yeah.
Long, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so well, let's get to installing this bad boy. Alrighty, now that we have our beautiful DYE DSR in the Misfits edition out, we've got our mechanical frame. Let's throw this bad boy on. First off, you're gonna need, you got a 5/64 Allen wrench here, and you're also gonna need a 3/32 Allen wrench as well. We're gonna take this bad boy apart. First things first, take your 5/64. There's gonna be two handle screws here. So one in the very front on the left side, and then one in the very front, the only one on the right side. We're gonna take those out. I've already done that pre-video. So we're gonna take those screws out to be able to get your grips off. And then we're gonna kind of crack into this bad boy and see what we've got going on. Obviously with a new gun like this, it is a little tricky to get the grips off, but they are toolless at the end of the day. So
I wonder if one of those Lego separators would work.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before, yeah. So we're gonna be pushing forward on this side. And, oh, hey, hello, how you doing? All right, grips are off. I'm gonna need access to this. Obviously, even towards the end of the video for the ASA screws as well, we're gonna need to drop those down. So, okay, we're gonna dive right on in. I'm gonna take your back bolt out, Mark. Set that off to the side because you guys are going to need to have access to this screw here. That's your 3/32 will be used for, and also the front grip as well. You can turn it to the unlocked position fully with that front grip. Turn it, and this bad boy is going to slide right on off. Set that off to the side. So you're going to need two screws there. You're going to want your front frame screw. So we're going to take that one right on out, 3/32, and just drop it right back into your box so you guys don't lose these. So there's one there, back to where you pulled your bolt out. We're gonna take this one off as well. And then this will give us access to dropping your frame down. And then you'll be able to see your, your solenoid and board connections as well. So now what we're gonna need to do, we're gonna need to unhook your solenoid from up front. So obviously disconnect the noid from the actual connection itself. Set that off. Now you need access to these four black screws that are on the blue noid. I think that is the 5/64 actually. Yeah. So we're going to be taking these four screws out once again. Set them, put them back into your box so you don't lose these bad boys. So we're going to be taking these out, and it will be replaced by that new toolless mount with a new mech frame. So while I'm doing this, Mark, do you know what these bad boys cost, the new frames?
I don't. I can put it on the screen.
They are $249.95.
Woo!
And then also, super important, very last screw coming out of the four. Guys, don't lose your solenoid. You're definitely gonna need that. Not cheap to replace. We're gonna set that off to the side and make sure there's a gasket on here, guys. Make sure the gasket stays with this solenoid. Definitely gonna need that for the future because your new mech frame already has one put on there for you. So we're gonna take that off, set that off, and then here is the new mechanical frame. So what we're gonna need to do, taking a look, like I said, the gasket already comes on this. We have 2 posts that are coming in the little parts kit here. I'm gonna go diagonal. Those 4 screws that we just took out of here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm gonna put these 2 little posts here, I'll pull out for you. They come in the parts kit. We are going to pull these bad boys on out. Make sure not to lose those small parts. A little tricky there. And I'm going to put 1 post up front and then 1 post back here. You can put them pretty much any way you want to, but I'm choosing to go diagonal with them.
Okay, they're posts that just get hand tightened. There's no screw head or anything
Correct.
on them.
Nope, just hand tightened posts that are gonna hold the new mount in place. So I'm gonna put 1 there and I'm gonna also put 1 down there. I'm gonna hand tighten those bad boys on. And that's what it looks like. And now your new mech frame should be able to slide right on there without an issue. So it's gonna mount up. Obviously my posts, I put them diagonal here.
Yeah, I think diagonal gives you the most support.
Yeah.
In all directions. So
I would certainly say so. And then obviously you're gonna be putting your screws that you took out earlier back in. And make sure this one's a little snug, not over tight, but just tight enough so you can seat that new frame that you put on there. Make sure the O-rings get a good seal to it. So we're gonna flip that. We're gonna flip it back around the first front frame screw as well.
And we're ready to go.
Yeah, not quite. We're getting there though. We are getting there. We got to take that ASA off the electronic frame and make sure everything is good with that. So now you're going to need access to take these grips off. So same as your original electronics. Just a little, obviously these are brand new, so they're a little hard to get off. But set those off now. You're going to need to be taking your ASA off of your electronic frame and putting it on the new one. Then after this, once I get this on, Mark, we're gonna see if I didn't completely mess this up and see if we can actually dry fire it a few times and make sure it works.
All right, I need to see the screws that where you removed again.
Okay, I'll show you right here. So these screws, you had 1 here on your frame and then also 1 on the other side as well.
Okay, the only 2 at the bottom.
The only 2, as soon as that, they should pop right on off just like that.
What if that silver thing doesn't come with the ASA, or is it mounted on there pretty good?
It's mounted on there pretty good. Yeah, something would be seriously wrong if that didn't come off with it. So we're gonna be throwing that on there. We're gonna be putting back in those 2 screws I just took off. Flip it over, pop the other one back on, and then grips will go on, and we're gonna see if I did it correctly or if this thing leaks like crazy. So
I don't think it's gonna leak.
You know what, Mark? I'm not even putting the grips back on this bad boy yet. I'm gonna throw the bolt on, I'm gonna put the front grip on. We're gonna see what it does, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go.
That's crazy that all that you need to make it go from electronic to mechanical is in that little frame there.
That's exactly right, and it's not, I mean, yeah, you got some screws, but it's nothing that a smart person could not figure out. So here we are, this is what it looks like. Like I said, guys, I'm not gonna throw on the plastic grips. So let's grab a tank and see if this bad boy shoots. I don't hear any leaks. That's good. Oh, that's my eye pipe.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So that's actually I'm glad I did that because that's a very important thing. Always make sure your barrels are on because that eye pipe will shoot out on you, just like you saw here. So, super smooth. Ooh,
Are you walking it?
Yeah, I'm cheating.
Is that a Billy wing trigger?
Yeah, I think Billy definitely had a lot of design to be done with this gun. Super smooth. I think they knocked it out of the park. Great job. So guys, quick video on how to install your DYE DSR Plus mech frame. And don't forget, put your barrel on, use your barrel cover. You don't want to shoot out your eye pipe. And it is lonewoolpaintball.com.
Stay tuned. We're going to shoot this in another video. And then
what?
If you want, we'll show you how to put the electronics into the mech frame.
Ooh, stay tuned, guys.